all the squash. It's got a bit dry, but it's had good water. Loads of flowers. And got some squash coming. Far more courgettes than any one person could eat, so unfortunately some of them are going to be marrows. Pine berries, which are taking over this entire plot. They're just going crazy for some reason. Regular strawberries, and I've cut all the leaves off all the tomatoes, and because I had a very busy summer I didn't stake them very well, so I've lifted any that were touching the ground and put them on pots just so that they don't go all soft and rot when it rains. We've had a lot of wind, so the beans are mostly upright. Still loads on there. I mean, runner beans everywhere. Just tons of them still. And then we've got purple French beans. Mixed in with the runner beans. The currant bushes, I did not net them, so the birds have had a great summer. The compost heap is very full. It's getting to the season where mice start making their nests, so I need to turn that pretty soon. The raspberry canes are very sad. They've got blight. They're the ones I inherited with the plot, so I'm going to start again with them, take them all out, dig out the ground, move them somewhere else. The blackberry bush inherited has gone mad. I've had to ask other people to take what they want because it's just, again, way too much. Still got the pink lemonade blueberry in its pot, so he's going to go in a bigger pot before next summer. Comfrey, I've made my first comfrey tea. It's brewing still, so it's going to stink. See what happens with that. Been a really bad year for rhubarb. It's just been so wet, and it's just rot before it's even grown. It's still okay. We've got some leaves coming through, but again, I think with the raspberries having blight, I'm going to just redo this whole side of the plot and just start again, and lay it out in a way that's much easier to maintain. As you can see, it's so hard to keep the weeds down. They're just everywhere. This is my mulberry, again looking a bit sorry for itself. It needs to go in a bigger pot before next summer. And these are, it's a Japanese wineberry in the middle, and a raspberry to one side and a golden raspberry to the other. They started the year on a north-facing balcony, so they haven't done anything at all. But I'm going to keep them in the pots because they don't have blight. I don't want to mix them in with the existing that do, and they can get planted up next year. And we've got two extremely sad gooseberry bushes, one here and one here. They've just completely had their day, mostly rotten and deadwood. So again, with rethinking this whole space, they're going to come out and I'll get rid of those. And potentially might get those currant bushes out and put in a greenhouse, and be ashamed to take the bushes out because they are really well established plants, but I can plant more. I mean, the allotment's a long-term thing, so it's better to just get it right. But yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. Worst of it is the tomatoes, for sure. They just need to be completely cleared, and we can clear that space, and we'll follow that with the runner beans, see if we've got any that we can sort of leave on, we can harvest for the seeds for next year, and if there's any young ones that would be tasty enough for dinner. But that's the bed we're going to focus on. So we mentioned surprises. We've got a couple, which is fantastic. So we've got some strawberries that have decided to throw out some runners, and they're really healthy little sort of baby strawberry plants. So I'm definitely going to be taking those up, putting them in a little pot and getting them ready for planting in a bed for next year. And we've also got some nasturtium seeds. So the nasturtiums have done super well. They're still flowering now, they look beautiful, but they have been dropping just so many seeds. So I'm going to be gathering those up, putting them in a envelope, labelling that up, and then drying those, and they'll be ready for planting out for next year.